Dear students, now see in our video lectures we have covered number of lessons. Now today I would like to take revision of the lesson number 3 and 4 which are very important. Okay, that is part of the kinematics. Okay, now we know these chapters are related to number of lessons interconnected. We will use there also. So I would like to take revision of that. Today we will solve some answer. Now let us say, see the question is given like this. Let us say t is equal to ax square plus bx. Okay, see find out the, see for a particle, see x is the displacement, t is the time. See that relation is given as t is equal to ax square plus bx. Find out acceleration. Here, find out acceleration. Now, see in 3 out of 1 discussion, what we have seen, it was like this: 3t square plus 4t plus 1. Okay, x was the displacement and t is the time. But that is not the case here. See here, x is on the left hand side and t is on the right hand side. But what you can see here is different. T is on the left hand side and x is on the right hand side. We have to calculate acceleration here. So let us see how to solve this. Now we know dx upon dt is v, but if I take dt by dx, it will be 1 upon v. That is a reciprocal. So if I take derivative with respect to x, see it will become dt by dx. Now it is well known to us now, derivative of x square is 2x and derivative of x is 1. Okay, so here it will be a into 2x plus bx, derivative is 1. So dt by dx is 1 upon v, we can say, we have seen that will be 2x plus b. Suppose I want velocity. Okay, now this is velocity we have obtained. Now we have to calculate acceleration. Now we know acceleration is dv by dt. But what we can see in the equation of velocity, okay, there is no t. T is not there. This is 1 upon 2x plus b. So in that case we have to think little bit different. Now see, this we can write as a is equal to dv by dx into dx by dt. See, that is nothing called the chain rule, okay, in the terms of derivative. It is like this. Suppose I got 2 by 7. See, if I divide and multiply by 5, there is no change in the value. Okay, that is rule we have to follow. That is called the chain rule. Now, see here v is given as 1 upon 2x very. Now see dx by dt is v, that is okay already available to us, that we can use directly. But first take the derivative of this. V is equal to 1 upon 2ax plus b. Now see what is derivative of 1 upon x. Now what is the formula? Nx, n minus 1. So 1 upon x is x to the power minus 1. So if I take derivative of x raised to minus 1 by the rule, okay? So this will be 1 upon minus 1 upon x, derivative will be minus 1 upon x square. But here x is not there, here 2x is the multiplier. So whenever there is a coefficient with x, with that we have to multiply. So in that case, see our derivative of 1 upon 2ax plus b will be minus 2ax plus b whole square. And as a rule, we should multiply with the coefficient of x. Now what is coefficient of x? Is 2a. Okay, coefficient of x is 2. 2a, so we have to multiply with 2a. Okay, so d by dx of 1 upon 2x plus b is nothing but minus 2a. Okay, now that we can write here db by dx is minus 2ax plus b whole square into 2a that we have seen just now. See, our dv by dx also has become ready. Okay, now dx by dt is b, that is already available to us. So how we can write a is equal to dv by dt, it's dv by dx into dx upon dt. Now this is minus 2a upon 2ax plus b whole square into 2ax plus b. See, that is known to us. So this has become see, that is the value of the acceleration. Also, this 2a 1 upon 2x plus b is b. So, and there is a power is 2 plus 1 is 3. So this is b. We can write as b. Exam, if it is asked in the MCQ, we have to see whether it is given in this form or is in this form. So this is how. So here t versus x relation is given. We have to find out the acceleration. Okay, now we take the next MCQ. Okay, now see here a versus t graph is given. We have to find out the velocity. Now see, what is the area of the right angle triangle? It is half into base into height. Here also we can use the same thing, but suppose I multiply a and t. What is the unit of a? Meter per second square. What is triangle unit? T, meter per second. This is the velocity. So we have to remember area of a versus t graph gives velocity. Okay, so this is a right angle triangle. 1 by 2 base is 5. Okay, height is 11. So 55 by 2 will be the velocity. Okay, this is how we can solve. Okay, now see the next MCQ. See, a ball is thrown in vertically upward direction with the velocity v0. Okay. Now, let us say, see the maximum height cover is given as 16 meters. Okay. We have to calculate the height when velocity becomes 1 by 2 of half of okay, why? Because when the body is thrown in a vertically upward direction, see, it has a retarded motion. It is a motion against the gravity, so the velocity will decrease and virtually will become 0. Now see, we have to calculate the velocity height when velocity becomes half of the initial velocity. Okay. Now, so for simplicity, I divide the question into two parts. Okay. Let us say first is part AB. That is given to us as 16 meters. See, we have to find out AC. Okay, that is the height when the velocity becomes high, half of the initial velocity. Now see, we first consider AB part. See, the distance covered will be v square minus v0 upon minus 2g. See, this is a retarded motion. A height or distance is this. A height is given 16 meter. Final velocity at d. Why? Because Moving again the gravitation, velocity will be 0, v0 square minus 2. So 16 is equal to v0 square. Let us say I am giving as the equation below. Now consider AC part. Consider AC part, okay, where the velocity has become, at point C the velocity has become half of the initial velocity. So now we solve for the part AC. Now let us say the distance covered is h dash. This h we have taken as 16. Okay, see here, final velocity v square upon v minus 2. See this we can solve, v square upon minus 2, 1 by 4 minus 2. Now you know 1 minus 1 by 4 is 3 by 4, 1 by 4 minus 3, minus 2. So v0 square upon v0. Okay, now what you can see in the equation number what we have obtained, v0 square upon 2g is 16 meter. Okay, so this is how we can obtain the when the velocity become half of the initial velocity, the height covered will be 12. Okay, same can be considered. Okay, horizontal motion also. One such example you will see in the lesson number 6, that is work energy and power. Okay, there also we can use the same method. Now see the question there was like this. See here, see a bullet. Okay, enters the wooden plank. See due to resistive force, it enters the wooden plank with a velocity v0, where see where it becomes velocity become half of the initial velocity. Let us say the distance covered is 3 centimeter. Okay. Now how much further distance it will cover? Okay, when its velocity becomes 0. Okay. See, by using the same notation, what we can consider? Consider uniformly retarded motion. Okay, so we can calculate the same thing here. See here, recall our formula, h dash is 3 by 4h. Now here h is not given, h dash is given, h dash is 3 upon 4h. So h has become 4 centimeter. That is our h now. See, out of this 4 centimeter, 3 centimeter is already given. So what will be the remaining distance? 1 centimeter. Okay, so this is how we can calculate. Similar example you will study in the lesson number 6 also. But it has some correlation. See, that's why I have discussed. Yeah. Now, see the next question. See, V versus T graph is given. See here we have to calculate the ratio of the acceleration in AB part and AC part. Now, see here V versus T graph is given. See the slope of graph gives acceleration. Okay. Now slope is equal to tan theta also. So here ratio of the acceleration in A is acceleration here. AB and AC part will be tan theta 1. Let us say this is our theta 1. This is theta 1. Tan 60 upon theta 1 is given as 60. Okay, so this is how we can find out the ratio of the acceleration in AB and AC part. Now let us discuss some more questions. Okay, now see our next question is like this. Now see a train travel with a uniform acceleration. Okay. A. Now see the distance between two stations A and B is L. Okay. Now let us say when train was here, the velocity is v0, and when it moves to B, okay, velocity is v. Now L is the length of the train. Okay. See, we have to calculate the velocity at the midpoint. Calculate velocity at midpoint. Okay. Here the motion with the uniform acceleration. Okay. Here the motion is with the uniform acceleration. Now M is the midpoint. So the distance covered will be L by 2 and L by 2. We can consider. Okay, distance covered is L by 2 and L by 2. Now, see, let us say velocity at the midpoint is x. Now, first we solve for the AM part. Okay. Now AM part, this will be the initial velocity, this will be the final velocity. Distance covered is L by 2 and the uniform acceleration is A. Now we use our distance formula, v square minus v0 square upon 2. See, here the velocity is x. This will be our v0 square. Let us say this equation is 1. Now see for the MB part. Okay. Now this will be the initial velocity and this will be the final velocity. So v0 will become x. See what is the final velocity is v. Distance covered is L by 2 and the uniform acceleration is A. We use the same formula, v square minus v0 square upon 2. M is the midpoint, so the distance covered will be same. The final velocity is v. V0 is x. Okay. Now what we can see? See the left hand side of the both equation is same. Okay. Left hand side of the both equation is same. So we can compare. Okay. X square minus v0 square upon 2. V square minus x square. See this will get cancelled. If I solve, x square will come on this side, 2x square. X is the velocity at the midpoint. It will be v0 square plus v square by 2. Okay. Now this you can remember directly as a formula. Okay. This you can remember directly as a formula, so it will help you to solve MCQ. Now, see we take the next one. Now here we take. Okay, continue with some more question. Let us say here we use an important property, that is an area of the velocity time graph. Area of the velocity time graph is the displacement. Okay, now let us say see a train travel between two stations A and B. Okay, now see the first part, we travel with a uniform acceleration, okay, with time t1, okay, that is 20 kilometer distance. It covers with the uniform acceleration. Okay. Now, okay, then 30 kilometer. Next 30 kilometer, it travels with a constant velocity. First 20 kilometer with constant acceleration. Then 30 kilometer with a constant velocity. Okay, and last 10 kilometer with uniform. Okay, retardation. Now, see the total time is t. Total time for journey is given as 1 hour. Okay, total time given is 1 hour. Okay, let us say t1 and t2 plus t3. See what way to obtain the maximum velocity. Okay, what way to calculate maximum velocity. Now see, we use a property area of velocity time graph gives distance or displacement. Now first we consider, let us say nomenclature is like this: A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay, now area of the velocity time graph with the distance or displacement. See first triangle ABF. Okay, what is the distance covered is 20. See, equal to half of the base into height. How much is the base AF? That is time t1, and let us say the maximum velocity attained is. Okay, so that is 40 is t1. So t1 is 40. Now see the rectangle BCEF. See what is the formula of the area of the rectangle? Length into breadth. Okay, length into breadth. See that is t2 into t. BF into FE is 30. So t2 will be 30. Again, consider triangle CDE. That distance is given as 10 km. Okay, so 10 is equal to 1 by 2. What is the base here? T3, and velocity is 2. So T3 into B is 20. T3 is 20 by 2. Okay. Now see, we are given the total time as 1 hour. That is given to us. So we can say T1 plus T2 plus T3 is 1 hour. That is given to us. Okay. What is T1 here? 40 by 2. What is T2 here? 30 by 2. What is T4 here? 20 by 2. Okay. Now if I solve these LCM, okay. So this is a useful relation. See the area of the velocity time graph. Okay, area of the velocity time graph is the displacement. That is a useful relation we have using this as a method. Okay. So what we have used here, important property, area of the velocity time graph give the displacement. Now see our next question. See here, velocity is given as proportional to root x. Calculate the displacement. Okay, velocity. Okay, velocity is given as proportional to root x. Okay, now calculate the displacement is varies on which path. Okay, now see the velocity is dx upon dt. Okay, kx raised to 1 by 2. See here we have to obtain relation of x. Okay, k is any constant, so we can write dx upon x raised to 1 by 2 is k. Now see, if x is given, first derivative will give the velocity. See, if I take the second derivative with respect to time, that gives the acceleration. Okay. Now if a is given, first integration will give b. If I take integration again, that will take x. So here v and x is given, b is given, so if I take integration, we will get the value of x. Okay. Now this is x raised to 1 by 2 integration. Now see, integration will be like this, x raised to 1 upon x raised to 1 by 2 will be minus x by 2 dx is k. Now recall the formula of integration. X raised to n dx is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Okay, so what is the value of n here? 1 by 2. Okay, so it will be 2 into x raised to 1 by 2. Okay, so 2 into x raised to 1 by 2 is k. Integration dt is t. Now just as integration dx is x, integration dt is t. Okay, so that will be kt. Now this is 2 root x is k into t. Root x we can call as k upon 2t. So x upon 2. X will be k by 2 whole square t square. We have to just obtain the relation how do the x varies. So we can say that x square is t square. Okay, considering this part as a constant, so the relation between x and t we can obtain. Okay, so this is how we can solve. Now next, we derive an important equation. See, there is a distance covered during the n second. Okay, distance covered during the n second. Okay, now see, consider motion with the constant acceleration. Let us say this is x is equal to 0. See, x is equal to in time t is equal to t. Let us say the distance covered is t. See, 1 second before, that is, let us say here we say n second. See, 1 second before, okay, in t second the distance covered is n second, the distance covered is d n minus 1 d n minus 1. See, the distance covered during the n second will be difference of this distance and this distance. So this will give us the distance covered during the n second. Okay, we have to obtain the equation distance covered during the n second. Now here consider motion with a constant or uniform acceleration. Now we use the formula. See, what is our formula for the motion with a constant acceleration? D is equal to d0t plus half a t square. Now this we have used number of times. Now first if I write for the dn, that is the distance covered in n second. So this will be b0 n plus 1 by 2. Now see, next is 1 second before, that I call as dn minus 1. Okay, now this is the distance covered in n second, this is the distance covered in n minus 1 second. If I take the difference of these two, that will give us, okay, value of the distance covered during the n second. So we can write dn. This is called, this will be dn minus dn. Okay, it will be v0n plus 1 by 2 a n square. Okay, this is our first equation. Let us say this is our second equation. It will be minus v0 n minus 1 plus 1 by 2 a. Okay, now see, I keep the equation with the v0 together and 1 by 2x together. Now we try to simplify. See, this will be v0 n minus, sign is there, v0 n minus 1 plus 1 by 2 a n square. Okay, minus, why there is a negative sign here, 1 by 2 a n minus 1. Now if I take these two terms again together and simplify, v0 n minus n will plus 1. See here 1 by 2 a I am taking common, so n square minus. Now see recall our factorization, x square minus y square is x plus y, x minus y. Now see if we simplify here, okay, sorry, n will be cancelled, v0. Now see by factorization it will be, first bracket will be n plus n minus 1, this will be n minus n plus 1. Okay, so this term will become 1 and this will be 2n minus 1. So v0 plus a by 2. See, this is the equation of the distance covered during the n second. Okay, so this is how we can obtain the equation. See here, distance covered in n second is given, distance covered in n minus 1 second. So this will give us the distance covered during the n second. Okay, so these are the some of the questions regarding lesson number 3. Okay, next time also we will try to get revision. Okay, for same lesson we will try to solve some more questions. Thank you.